There's nothing more dangerous than a narcissist who feels cornered. When you go to a narcissist with that evidence and facts on their behaviour, with that I knew it, now you're going to have to answer to me, now you're going to have to explain yourself. When you've been gaslighted, when you've been coercively controlled, when you've been left to doubt yourself, when you've been made to feel like you're to blame for everything that goes wrong, when you finally have the evidence, it's human nature to want to go to them and say, see, you've been lying to me. However, a narcissistic individual isn't going to go, that's right, hold my hands up, you caught me. The best you're going to get is a false apology. Well, if you'd have paid me more attention. I'm sorry if you hadn't. Well, you know what a difficult time I've had. As they go into playing the victim and blame anybody and everybody but themselves because they're not going to take responsibility for their behaviour. They're going to pass that over to you or to somebody else. When you get a narcissistic individual into a place where it seems like there is no escape, narcissistic individuals turn into the Hungarian-American escape artist Harry Houdini. In true narcissistic style, they find a way out of the situation. They're not going to take responsibility for their behaviour. Now, a narcissistic individual, when you've cornered them, can start off becoming all defensive, unwilling to take any forms of responsibility for their behaviour. They're going to look to find ways to excuse or to justify or to shift the blame. They might go all out to accuse you of the one who is attacking them. They might go all out to try and play the victim in that way, to claim, well, that wasn't me. How could you, of all people, think that of me? So that you again are then getting gaslighted and starting to question yourself and thinking, how can you even be trying to talk your way out of this right now? Yet they find a way with their charismatic charm and their victim plays to talk their way out of it. They might go straight into the denial, where they're just going to simply deny all knowledge. That wasn't me. A narcissist might simply deny any part that they played in any given situation, deny any forms of involvement. Well, I wasn't there. That receipt's not mine. That's nothing to do with me. Where did you find that? You're trying to pin the blame on me. So they're going to go all out to deny all knowledge, a complete refusal to take any form of responsibility for their behaviour. They might start deflecting. Instead of discussing the topic of conversation at hand, they are going to change the subject. They're going to change the focus of the conversation onto something or somebody else, to change it onto someone else's behaviour. They might deflect by simply just saying, oh, it wasn't that bad. You're not over that by now. You know what I'm like. Seriously, you're bringing this up right now? I'm just about to go out. You always have to cause an argument, don't you? You can never just let things lie. So they're looking to deflect the attention away from the topic of conversation so that they don't have to take responsibility. Devalue is another, where they might just turn around and claim that it wasn't that bad, that you're overreacting, that you're being too sensitive. They're going to go all out to undermine the person who has cornered them. They might bring up past personal feelings and resentments in order to deflect the attention, but also to devalue the situation at hand by them bringing up something that happened to them that was far worse than what has happened to you. They are going to go all out to devalue who you are as a person and your experiences, so that you question whether your feelings are in the wrong rather than their actions are in the wrong. A narcissistic individual will go all out to convince you that your emotional reactions to their actions are the problem, when in fact it's their behaviour that's causing those emotional reactions. Therefore, it's their behaviour that's the problem. They might go all out to dismiss it altogether. A narcissist might dismiss any forms of concerns that you have. They might go all out to make out that it's unworthy of any form of attention. They might go all out to minimize the situation. You might go and talk to them and it's like they're there but nobody's home. You're explaining it to them and they just start talking about, with the deflection, they just randomly start talking about something else. Or, are you still going on about this? If you brought this up for? Well, that happened years ago. It's time you got over it. Yeah, years ago they gaslighted you, and now you've finally got the evidence to prove that they've gaslighted you, and they're going to go all out to gaslight you all the more and discard you. When a narcissistic person feels cornered, they're offended that you've betrayed them by finding the truth out about them. You've not given them that blind loyalty and obedience. So when they're cornered with their behaviour, a narcissist might discard you. They might discard the person. They might discard the situation. They might discard by cutting off all forms of communication with the silent treatments and the sulks. Or they might cut off all contact so that their behaviour can't be exposed. Yet they will still blame you. You're the one that turned against them. You're the one that had it in for them. You're the one that's jealous of them. Therefore, you had to make this stuff up to get at them. They will go all out to blame the other party or claim that the other person deserved being discarded in some way, deserved the mistreatment in some way. They will discard without addressing the issue at hand. Narcissistic people aren't looking for confrontation unless they can make you look bad, make you feel bad. They're not looking to take responsibility. They're looking to pass responsibility on to you. They're not looking to face the consequences for their actions. They're looking to give you consequences for daring to speak up about their actions. So even when you go to a narcissist with facts and evidence of something they definitely did do, they're going to go all out to deny, to deflect, to devalue, to dismiss, to discard, to do all they can to avoid taking any forms of responsibility and to leave you feeling confused and drained. When you discover what a narcissistic person has been up to, you have to listen to your instincts. You have to give yourself the answers because a narcissist is not going to give them to you. Sometimes you might have to take yourself out of the situation and think of somebody who you really, truly care about coming to you and explaining what is happening to them, which is actually what is happening to you. And what advice would you give that person? You have to become your own best advisor because it's hard enough living with our own regrets. We don't want to be living with other people's regrets. And when it comes to regrets, we have to change the narrative into our head, which many victims don't want to hear when they're really going through it, which is more than understandable. But we have to turn the narrative into our head, into something that works in our favour, a harsh lesson learned. Nobody deserves to be treated in the manner that a narcissistic individual will treat you. However, you cannot go back and change the past. You can use the present to change your future for the better with awareness and understanding so that you don't fall for a narcissist tricks and mind games again, because it's effortless to fall for things that we don't understand. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon, 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People if you cannot go no contact, and a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, if you'd like to go and check them out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.